Yep. Welcome everyone to Rainforest Alberta's Lunch Without Lunch. It's 12 o'clock. We'll get started. I'm Amber Rowden. I'm the community storyteller at Rainforest Alberta. We have Bridget Legault, the community manager. I don't think she's joining us today, but she is around. So I'm going to start off with the land acknowledgement. This is a video by the Rosa Foundation and Calgary International Film Festival. So I'm going to play this video.
Growing up, my grandma always told me that the land took care of us, and it still is taking care of us, and it never asked for anything back.
It is a way of life to always honor the environment. It's not something that you just can turn on and off. It's a living daily lifestyle.
A land acknowledgement is a way to acknowledge that we're coexisting in this land with the native people, and we should acknowledge that this is actually their traditional territory. But at the same time, we are all guests to this land.
The land plays a big factor in who we are. That's what makes us strong. That's what makes us strong people.
Growing up, my grandma always...
All right, so for those that are in the Edmonton area, we acknowledge the traditional lands of the Treaty 6 territory of the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, as well as the Métis. And if you're coming from somewhere else in Alberta, in the country, or the world, please share your own land acknowledgement in the chat. And if you're interested in sharing a land acknowledgement at the beginning of Lunch Without Lunch, please send me a message, and we'd love to set that up for the following Lunch Without Lunch next week. Yeah, we'd love to have you share a unique land acknowledgement with us. If you are new to Rainforest, please share an emoji on the screen, or yeah, I think it's emoji on the screen. Raise your hand, introduce yourself in the chat. We want to get to know all the new faces in the rainforest and welcome you into the community. So please share. So how do we build a culture of trust, and what exactly is Rainforest Alberta? Well, we made this awesome explainer video to kind of share what we do.
What does it take to realize an idea, or for a seed to sprout? At Rainforest Alberta, we know the answer is rooted in trust. Traditionally, Albertans have cultivated their ideas in established systems. Inputs that don't fit these systems are weeded out. Opportunities for growth are missed. But now, Albertans want a dynamic landscape that can evolve organically, like a rainforest. At Rainforest Alberta, we believe a culture of trust is the fertile soil where ideas grow. Our budding innovation ecosystem is a network of relationships pulling each other up as they push forward in their own field. Trust breaks down barriers. An open, inclusive network increases collaborative innovation. Successful breakthroughs inspire new ideas. A cycle begins. Rainforest Alberta is a movement to amplify trust by cultivating honesty, inclusion, and accountability. How? Our social contract holds us accountable to demonstrate trust across the province. We meet to have honest conversations around collaboration. This leads to more inclusive spaces for everyone to fearlessly build new ideas together. By raising the standard of trust, Alberta's ideas, talent, and resources can be evergreen. Visit rainforestab.ca to sign the social contract and start growing together.
So we use 6 pillars to guide our conversations and actions, and not all are weighted equally. Like any ecosystem, the right balance is crucial. So we measure these each year through our scorecard assessment. Culture is weighted 30%, which is one that we measure a lot at the Rainforest, 20% for leaders, 15% for resources, 10% for engaged activities, such as Lunch Without Lunch, 15% for policy and infrastructure, and 10% for role models. So tips to making the most of Lunch Without Lunch. As I mentioned before, introduce yourself in the chat, what you're working on, what you're looking for, what you can offer. Also just share, who you are and what you bring to the rainforest and what you're looking to get out of the rainforest. Connect with individuals through direct messaging, put your camera on. It's always great to see everyone's face. ask questions in the chat, keep connecting on Rainforest Slack's workspace. So once you sign the social contract, which I'll share in the chat, you'll have access to our Slack channel where you can keep connecting with community members. If there's any trouble connecting to the Slack workspace, please let me know and I'll get you connected to that immediately. Check out #lunch notes for a capture of today's chat. And our Lunch at Lunch recordings are posted on YouTube. So if you want to watch any session back, please check them out on YouTube. So each week we highlight social contract value, and our social contract is 10 values that we work, live, and play by. So if they resonate with you, we ask that you sign our social contract. So this week is diversity. So embrace diversity, strive to create equal opportunity for every person, and I'm open to meeting anyone in this community. So as you go forward this week, think about how diversity is present in your own life, in your work life, in your personal life. And maybe as we go forth today, we can kind of put this into the conversations that we have going forth with each other. There's a barcode there to scan for the social contract, and I'll also put it in the chat. So today we are having a good old networking session, get to know one another, and yeah. Well, I'll put you in networking rooms, and if there's something that comes out of the conversation that's really cool, maybe we can bring it back to the room and open that up for discussion. But it's always cool to see the conversations and the connections that happen within networking. So yeah, I'll put you in networking rooms, and I'll bring you back in about 10-ish minutes or so, and we can regroup. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to message me or drop them in the chat or come back. Yeah, have fun. We're at the community announcements part. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the Libby podcast, Leaders, Innovators, Big Ideas. There's a new episode every Tuesday. If you're interested in hosting or you're interested in being a guest, please let me know and I'll drop the link in the chat. Val has been a rock star at hosting so many episodes on the podcast. So yeah, if you would like to host, please, yeah, we'd love to have you. And also there's a Startup TNT Top 20 Pitch Night tomorrow happening at Platform. So if you can make it out to that, I will post the link in the chat. Now open it.
What time does it start and end, Amber?
I believe it starts at 6, and I know they always say that it goes till late. So
they're serving beer, Pete.
Yeah, I know, but
Ooh.
I know, but
and that Amber, that's what my announcement is. Come and cheer on Mission X. We're pitching tomorrow.
oh yay, that's awesome. Yeah, you're on Mission X.
Yes.
what time?
I think I'll get it for you. Just give me a sec. I gotta pull it up.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll put it in the chat.
Awesome.
Steve and I have a podcast in the queue on Mission X. Yeah, so it should be good.
Micah.
Yeah, I have a quick announcement. My name is Micah Luzon. I represent the Mindfield or Alberta Science Foundation. We have started our 4th cohort of a pre-accelerator for entrepreneurs that are just coming into their idea development called Founders Fundamentals. It is a 7-week Zoom call where at the end you can get between $500 to $3,000 in giving, because it's not a lending program. We give the money hoping to incentivize the entrepreneurs to continue their process, and we put them into connections with industry so that they will have the right resources at their fingertips when they're needed. So it's called Founders Fundamentals. I'll be at Platform tomorrow. So if anyone can see me, happy to have that conversation. And I'll put the link to our websites in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Micah. All right, Ross.
Mute and get the right link. Civic Tech YYC is next week on Tuesday. We have a hybrid in-person and virtual one that's going on at Platform Calgary. Link is in the chat there. I was also discussing in some of the breakout rooms, I'm going to be hosting an online event which is related to climate change and climate migration and urban planning. We have it hybrid in Washington, D.C., if somebody happens to be in Washington, D.C. that weekend, as well as online. The flyer's in the chat, and I will just grab the form sign-up link. We don't have the dates on the form sign-up link because we just got the venue this week. But yeah, if you're interested in the intersection there, you can go ahead and join that one there as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Ross. That sounds very cool. Do you have any other announcements?
That's all I got for the moment.
That's great. Thank you. Pete.
I vote that Mika lower his hand, but also that he present his journey as a human at some rainforest meeting, because I think you'll be all really amazed, because he was one of the original rainforest guys that showed up with his idea of bed in a bag. And I think it'll be cool to hear his story and how he navigated his career to where he is now. Just throwing you under the bus there, Mika.
Well, I'll just roll with it. So happy, Amber, we can make that happen, I'm sure. Yeah, just
let's chat, Micah, for sure.
exactly. Yeah. Alberta suit. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, we've known each other for a long time, and you have an awesome journey. So yeah, let's definitely chat. All right, well, that is the top of the hour. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. It's been great seeing everyone, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Have a great week.
Thanks, Amber. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks all.
Bye, everybody. Good